Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of D&D Recap. First things first, I realize this is super late. Life has been interesting. So, without any further ado, let's catch up on recap. That just doesn't sound right. All right, anyway, so the last thing we heard about of our intrepid group of adventurers is they had just finished clearing out camp of bad guys, and they found some dragon eggs and enslaved some kobolds to carry it for them. They made it back to Greenest, again, the worst named town ever. And they met up with Leosin, that one monk dude that they found in the camp the first time. And yeah, he told them, hey, cool, this is awesome. You guys found that they were all gone, so you need to follow them, and they're on their way to Baldur's Gate. So the group went and followed this group of crazy people all the way to Baldur's Gate, and then when they were made it to Baldur's Gate, they decided to join up with a very large caravan that included the cultists and all of their goodies and gadgets and all those nifty things that they stole from everybody. And they got either hired on, depending on the character, they either got hired on as caravan guards, hired on as personal guards, or got to pay so that they could continue traveling and continue playing the game. And on the way up there, they had some interesting interactions. They met one cultist that kind of found them out, and so their bright idea was to kind of sequester him in a bizarre, not very seen area, and then bury him in the ground up to his neck. And then leave him there to get eaten. And one of them, for whatever reason, decided that they needed a trophy or something, so they took his ear. It got dark after that. As they were going further down the road, surprisingly enough, actually in the adventure module, it said, by the way, you come across someone who's buried in this the dirt up to their neck. They later found out that he was a harper, and he's like, hey guys, if you don't let them kill me, I'll help you out when you get to Waterdeep. So they continued going through things like they fought spiders a bunch of times, and there was a lot of random encounters. But for the most part, they kept traveling north from Baldur's Gate all the way to Waterdeep. When they got to Waterdeep, they had to go really quick because the people were going to go to the other side, and then they were going to go north towards Neverwinter. But they're like, hey, we're in a massive city. I want magical things! So they actually went around looking for magic items, and one person was able to find, it was actually Sir Valric Toadsbane, was able to find a magic cloak of elvenkind, I think is what it was, or cloak of protection. So he looked dashingly handsome and things like that. And then somebody found some masterwork great sword, and somebody found some full plate, and that was about it. Like, Waterdeep lasted for about 15 minutes, and it's a massive city, so they, like, just ran through it. Then they went and got hired on as caravan guards again. If you're starting to notice a pattern here, and then they went north again, which was fine, and they made it to this work camp, and while they were there, they decided, we should probably look in this abandoned room where they're keeping all the good stuff, and when they opened it up, they got attacked by like 24 lizard men for 6 people and almost got a TPK because, yeah, that's the dungeon master didn't actually read how the battle was supposed to go. So yeah, but they made it through it, and then they found a tunnel, and they went through the tunnel, and then they went through a marsh. And the marsh itself was interesting, and lots of random battles and them falling into swamp, and they didn't get lost this time, which is a plus. Tanrock, the amazing crazy druid, was able to get some cool stuff, and then they found they got into a fight with some more lizardmen. One of the lizardmen realized that it was a bad idea to fight them, and so he surrendered, and he joined them to be kind of a guide. And he's like, "Hey guys," except this is in lizard speak, which is technically draconic. But he's like, "Hey guys, if you help me free all my friends from the Cult of the Dragon people because they treat us like shit." We'll help you take over this big castle in Nirtar. So they go to Castle Nirtar, and while they're there, they find that there are 3 different types of people in Nirtar. There are toad people, who Sir Valric Toadsbane was very happy to kill off. There were lizard men, whom they were supposed to be saving, and then there was the Cult of the Dragon people. They burst their way, literally just massacred the entire race of toad people, to which none of them felt that bad. And the lizardmen are all like, yay, in Draconic. And then they got into the castle proper, where there was a bunch of lizardmen. And they're like, oh, we will try and diplomatize our way through this. So their response was, hey, leave or we'll kill you. Because obviously that's a great way to influence people. The lizardmen didn't have it, so they slaughtered them completely. They destroyed these lizardmen while their lizardman friend just watched. He couldn't do anything. And then afterwards, Tonrock the crazy druid goes over to their lovely lizardman friend and goes, you will say nothing about this or you will join them. And then he summoned eagles to get rid of the body. Yes, this is actually what's happening. I told you it got dark. After they did that, they went up and actually convinced some lizardmen to leave instead of slaughtering them outright, and went through and cleaned up the castle itself, and were able to fight the final bad guy, whom the dungeon master played really, really poorly, but ended up almost killing one of the people. So that was kind of cool, anyway. And then, due to the fact that we were running out of time, we fast forward the entire campaign to the final battle with Tiamat, which was hilarious. They started off trying to kill off a bunch of cultists before they could summon Tiamat. That failed massively. So Tiamat showed up. Tiamat is a god. She's challenge rating 30, meaning really like the most powerful creature in the monster manual. And they were level 16. There was 8 of them, so there was a lot of them. But most of them were killed by the first breath attack that Tiamat used, and just cooked them. And then the rest of them were killed by the second breath attack that Tiamat used. And yeah, it was really fun because they all had a dex save to make, and it was just going around the table going, you failed, you failed, you failed, you failed, you failed, you failed. Oh, everybody failed. So yes, that actually ended the campaign, which was last week. This week, as in Wednesday, we're going to be making new characters for the brand new Temple of Elemental Evil campaign, so I won't have to condense so much, and I'll be able to tell you guys a little bit more about some of the cool, fun stuff that happens every week. So that ends the Rise of Tiamat campaign, and all of the characters that you've come to know and love after this is episode 3 of D&D Recap. You guys should be able to have a lot more fun with the Temple of Elemental Evil characters. So, that is all for me today. I will see you guys tomorrow for some D&D High and some TJ Plays. Alright? Bye-bye!